In this lesson, we're gonna create our payment list component. If you have a look here, you're gonna notice that it's a scrollable view. If you notice this PayPal, this must be a PayPal. So it's a scrollable view. So we want to make our data in a scrollable way, those payment methods data. And to do this, you can use a scroll view or FlatList, as we've made it before. But first we need to extract those icons. I previously exported this icon and name it cash icon, but we still need to export this icon and this icon and this also PayPal icon. As you've learned before, you're gonna just copy as SVG and go to our SVG viewer website and convert it to SVG. Or you can also copy it and go to ChatGPT and ask him to make it a React Native component for you. I mean convert SVG to React Native. You can also export it as PNG, but I've told you before, SVG is better than PNG. Okay, so now I just exported this icon and I'm done with them. Here's the cash icon, and here's the Visa icon, and here's MasterCard icon, and PayPal icon. So what I'm gonna do is going to our components and create a new component called paymentlist.tsx. And I'm gonna create a functional component RNFES and go and render it in payment screen. So instead of those two components, I'm gonna just render the payment list here. Then I'm gonna create our list of data. We got here 4 payment methods. So I'm gonna create an array and put them inside it. So here I'm gonna create an array. Let's name it payment methods. And each item is gonna be an object, has a label, and icon. The first icon is gonna be cash icon. Let's duplicate this 4 times. The second label is gonna be Visa. Third label is gonna be MasterCard. Fourth label is gonna be PayPal. And this icon is gonna be Visa icon, and MasterCard icon, and PayPal icon. As simple as this. Then we're gonna put inside this view, we're gonna just add a flat list. And this flat list, don't forget to import it from React, got 3 important properties. As we've mentioned before, the data is gonna be our payment methods data. The key structure, it's a unique key for each item. We're gonna make item.label. This label here. But you have to make sure that this label is gonna be unique. So duplicated labels will affect a performance issue. Okay? Third, render item. In this render item, we're gonna destruct the item and we're gonna add our component. Payment method. What was the component name? I forgot it. Hey, method card. So pay method card. Oops, we forgot to add the first tag like this. Now we got here our flat list. Let's just give the props for it. The first property is label, and this label is gonna be item.label. What's the difference here? Label, the prop must be the same as here. Here's the prop is title, not label. So this must be title, not like this, to make the title appear. Second prop is icon, and this icon is gonna be item, and this icon is gonna be item.icon, like this. Now we got here our flat list, but it's in a vertical way, not horizontal way. So we're gonna add this prop to our flat list. We're gonna just make it horizontal. To make it horizontal like this, let's format our code. Right click, format document. And also we wanted to hide this horizontal indicator. So we're gonna use this prop, show horizontal scroll indicator. We're gonna set it to false, like this. Now it's gone. And finally, we just need to add some spaces between item to other. So we're gonna just add container style, and we're gonna just add gap to make it scale of 16, like this, to have space between the items. Now it looks like we've done with it, but if you have a look here, we got here a space here and space here, and we want to remove them. So let's go to our payment screen. let's put this padding horizontal here in this view, like this, not in FlatList. And for the FlatList, we're gonna just add it in the content container style. So here in the content container style, we're gonna just add padding horizontal, scale of 24, like this. But I think it's not 24, it was 16, right? So let's make it 16. Now it looks better. The final thing that we want to do is adding the selected prop. When you press here, look, nothing happens. I want when we press on any item, it got selected. How to do this? To do this, we're gonna use our useState. So here, let's create a useState. So const selected method and set selected method equals to use state with empty string. Okay? And we're gonna add inside this pay method card, we're gonna just add this property, the onPress property. But to add it, we just need to go to our component and add it here. So we're gonna go to our pay method card and add a third prop. Let's name it onPress. And let's change this view to make it touchable opacity. And at the down here also touchable opacity. And the onPress prop is gonna be equals to onPress prop that we're gonna pass in the component. So let's use it here, onPress. When we press on any item, we're gonna just set selected method to be this item. Or let's set it to be item.label, like this. And finally, we're gonna add another prop, the isSelected prop. And this prop is gonna be selected method equals item.label, like this. Now when you press here, look, the item is selected. Oops, if you see here, we got here a cutoff. So let's just add some padding top to remove this cutoff. So here in the content container style, let's just add padding top. Let's try to make it vertical scale of the space was 10. Let's try to make it 15, like this. Now the cutoff is disappeared. If you don't understand this, what I've write here, it's pretty simple. We'll just add the selected method here and initialize it with empty string. If you just reload, nothing is selected because we initialize it as empty string. If we just make it Visa, look what's gonna happen. Visa is selected. If you just make it PayPal, PayPal is selected. So how this is work? This selected method has a value, and this value is a string. It can be cash, it can be MasterCard or anything. And when this selected value equals to item.label, this item.label refer to this label. For example, if selected method equal to PayPal, then this fourth item is gonna be selected. And if this selected method is equal to Visa, like this, then it will see this condition. Selected method is equal to item.label. So it's gonna search in those labels, cash, Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal, and it's gonna see Visa here. So this is gonna be selected. So it's pretty simple. Let's just finally format our code and add TypeScript for this onPress handler. So we're gonna go to our pay method card and add this onPress, and we're gonna make it optional, and it's gonna be just a function that return void. It's just a TypeScript code.